I'm the Selfie Queen.
Hello, I'm the Selfie Queen, and today I'm going to take you on an adventure to Whakatane in New Zealand. Come on, let's take a look. This is Whakatane, or as the Maori people like to pronounce it, Whakatane. Personally, the Maori pronunciation makes me think of other things. Delish. But I like to pronounce it the proper way, Whakatane. And here is the main street. It reminds me so much of my visit to Opotiki. That is, the buildings are rather run down and in need of a makeover, much like the people who unfortunately live here. Now, Whakatane gets its name from a Maori legend. The legend begins on a bright Thursday morning. Now, we know it was a Thursday because the local Maoris have flocked to town on Thursday ever since to celebrate. Now, on this bright sunny Thursday, a flock of Maoris rowed their boat up the Whakatane River. The men went off to explore the area, eventually discovering what would become a sacred site, and now a famous meeting place for the local Maori on the corner of Domain Road and McAllister Street. Now, while they were off exploring the area, the women sat around at what is now the local marae, playing an ancient Maori version of bingo. It was then that one of the women realized their boat was drifting out to sea. Now, in those days, women were banned from rowing boats. I think it was because they had caused too many accidents. But because the men were off exploring, one of the women, Wairaka, decided to take matters into her own hands and swim out to the boat. But because she was forbidden by the men to row the boat, she shouted out, "Whakatane," which in English means "I will become a man," and she rowed the boat to safety, which is quite miraculous given how dangerous the Whakatane River can be at times. And to commemorate this feat of bravery, the citizens of Whakatane erected a statue of Wairaka on top of a rock at the Whakatane River, which unfortunately has to be cleaned regularly because of all the seagull droppings. And that is where Whakatane got its name from. But Whakatane isn't just about the good old days. Modern-day Whakatane is just as exciting. Well, it has its own cinema, which somebody tried to convert into a drive-in movie theatre recently. Whakatane doesn't actually have much else going for it, so to make up for being a boring town, it claims surrounding attractions as its own. For example, White Island, New Zealand's only active volcanic island, lies nearly 50 kilometres off the coast, yet Whakatane claims it as its own. Likewise, Whakatane also claims the nearby beautiful Ohope Beach, mainly because it doesn't have any good beaches of its own. And likewise, the Awakeri Hot Springs, which is an extremely popular place to swim, is also claimed by Whakatane, keen to market itself as the best tourist destination in New Zealand. Whakatane does have an airport, however, and it is either quaint or ugly. I shall let you decide which it is, but either way it has remained unchanged since it was built in the 1970s, which goes a long way to summing up Whakatane. It is a small town that could if it would, not would if it could. Whakatane just doesn't seem interested in growing up. It has so much potential, yet doesn't seem interested in capitalizing on it. That's the impression I got when I visited there recently, because it's the same there today as it has always been. Now, if you ever find yourself in Whakatane, do make sure you pay a visit to Automotive Trimming Services. It is simply the best automotive trimming service in the entire world. And remember, take a selfie in front of Automotive Trimming Services on P Street and post it on the Selfie Queen Facebook page. So, that's Whakatane. It's a small town with a rather comical name and a comical-looking airport that celebrates its heroes by encrusting them in bird poo. Until next time, I'm the Selfie Queen. Bye!